Every 10 years, after the census, the U.S. redraws electoral district boundaries, a process called redistricting. These lines decide which voters elect each member of the House of Representatives, shaping our democracy for the next decade. How these lines are drawn can give one party a built-in advantage, even before a single vote is cast. Gerrymandering, manipulating district lines for political gain, can either amplify or silence your community's voice. For example, a party can pack its opponents into a few districts or spread them thinly across many, skewing representation. The fight over who draws these maps is fierce because it can predetermine election outcomes. Redistricting isn't just technical, it determines who makes the laws that affect your daily life. Understanding this process is crucial if you want your vote to truly count. The House of Representatives stands at a historic crossroads, with the chamber nearly evenly split between the two major parties, a situation that amplifies the stakes of every decision made within these walls. Republicans currently hold a slim majority, maintaining just a handful of seats more than their Democratic counterparts. This razor-thin advantage means that the balance of power can shift with remarkable speed, and the margin for error is almost non-existent. With such a narrow margin, every single vote and every seat carries enormous weight. The absence of even one member, whether due to illness, resignation, or a special election, can tip the scales and alter the legislative agenda overnight. In January, the GOP's majority shrinks even further following a key resignation, making their grip on power more tenuous than ever. The loss of just one seat can send shockwaves through the entire chamber, forcing party leaders to scramble for support. Sensing vulnerability, Democrats see a real opportunity. If they can flip just a few seats, they could reclaim the majority and dramatically shift the direction of Congress. Their strategists are already mapping out potential paths to victory, targeting districts where the margins are thinnest. Two upcoming special elections in Democratic-leaning districts add even more uncertainty to the mix. While these seats are considered relatively safe, recent history has shown that surprises can happen anywhere, especially in a political climate as unpredictable as this one. Now every district becomes a battleground. Local shifts in voter sentiment can have sweeping national consequences, and both parties are pouring resources into grassroots efforts, hoping to sway undecided voters and energize their base. The power of incumbency is strong, offering advantages in name recognition and fundraising. But in this volatile environment, upsets are always possible, challengers are emboldened, and incumbents can no longer take their seats for granted. The fate of the House, and in many ways the direction of the country, rests on a handful of fiercely competitive districts. Many of these are being reshaped by ongoing redistricting battles, adding yet another layer of unpredictability to an already tense political landscape. Redistricting battles are unfolding in real time, with high stakes and intense emotions on both sides. Across the country, lawmakers, activists, and everyday citizens are watching closely as the lines that will shape political power for the next decade are drawn and redrawn. The process is anything but simple, and every decision made in state capitals can have far-reaching consequences. With both parties scoring big wins and suffering setbacks, the atmosphere is charged with anticipation and uncertainty. For every celebration there's a group left disappointed, and the outcomes are often unpredictable, even in states where one party seems to have the upper hand. In Texas, Republicans secured a major victory, a new map likely to deliver 5 more GOP seats thanks to strategic line drawing and careful negotiation. This win didn't come easily. It was the result of months of behind-the-scenes maneuvering, public hearings, and heated debates. The new districts are expected to strengthen the party's hold on the state, giving them a significant advantage in upcoming elections. But in Indiana, Republicans faced an unexpected defeat when their own Senate rejected a more aggressive map, preserving the status quo. This surprising turn of events revealed deep divisions within the party, as some lawmakers pushed back against proposals they felt went too far. The result, a missed opportunity for further gains, and a reminder that even dominant parties can stumble. These contrasting outcomes show that even in states dominated by one party, internal disagreements and legal hurdles can derail gerrymandering plans. Court challenges, public opposition, and the complexities of the legislative process all play a role, making redistricting a high-stakes chess match rather than a foregone conclusion. Each state's decision ripples across the national landscape, as every seat gained or lost can shift the balance of power in Congress. The stakes are enormous, not just for politicians but for voters whose voices may be amplified or diminished depending on how the lines are drawn. The Texas win gives Republicans a cushion for the midterms, boosting their confidence and energizing their base. It's a morale boost that could translate into greater turnout and momentum as the election season heats up. Meanwhile, the Indiana loss denies them further gains, serving as a sobering reminder that victories are never guaranteed. For party strategists, it's a lesson in the importance of unity and careful planning. As more states finalize their maps, the tally of wins and losses will keep shifting, with every new map potentially upending the national picture. The process is dynamic, and the final outcome won't be clear until the dust settles and all the lines are drawn. The redistricting fight is a zero-sum game. Every gain for one party is a loss for the other. As the battle continues, the nation watches, knowing that the future of American politics may hinge on the outcome of these high-stakes decisions. With 6 states finalizing new maps, California, Missouri, North Carolina, Texas, Ohio, and Utah, the early scorecard is taking shape. Republicans have made big gains, especially in Texas and Ohio, adding up to a potential 9 new GOP-leaning seats. Democrats countered with victories in California and a surprise win in Utah, netting 6 likely Democratic seats. The current net advantage, Republicans up by 3 seats on paper, but this is just the opening round. Many states haven't drawn their maps yet, and legal challenges loom. The early lead is helpful for Republicans, but far from decisive. The real battle is just beginning, with dozens of states and courtrooms still in play. The redistricting landscape is anything but settled. Many new maps face fierce legal challenges. In Utah, a court-imposed Democratic district is under appeal and could be reversed at any moment. Missouri's new map is headed for a statewide referendum, putting its fate in voters' hands. These legal battles add unpredictability, as court rulings or public pushback can erase gains overnight. Even a district that looks safe on paper isn't guaranteed. Strong candidates and national waves can flip seats. The current Republican edge could vanish with a few adverse court decisions or surprise election results. The fight over maps will continue long after the lines are drawn, with judges and voters shaping the final outcome. A major wildcard looms over the future of American elections: the Supreme Court's upcoming decision in Louisiana versus Calais. This case, which has quietly made its way to the nation's highest court, could have consequences that ripple far beyond Louisiana's borders. At its core, the case challenges a crucial section of the Voting Rights Act, a law that for decades has protected minority voters from discrimination in how political districts are drawn. The outcome could fundamentally alter the rules of redistricting nationwide, reshaping the very foundation of how communities are represented in Congress and state legislatures. If the court decides to weaken or reinterpret these protections, states could be given new leeway to dismantle majority-minority districts. This would make it significantly harder for candidates supported by minority communities to win elections, potentially silencing voices that have fought for decades to be heard. Such a ruling would not only embolden more aggressive partisan gerrymanders, but could also trigger a wave of legal and political battles, especially in the South and in densely populated urban areas where the stakes are highest. Even states that have already completed their redistricting cycles might be forced back to the drawing board, compelled to redraw maps that could shift the balance of power, potentially adding more GOP seats and changing the makeup of Congress for years to come. The timing and scope of the Supreme Court's decision remain a mystery, but one thing is clear: its impact could be both immediate and dramatic, sending shockwaves through the political and starting now. Stories sastum dao. Justo wine chao, diet stoke, mine sign, my mao. Before critical elections, the entire redistricting process now hangs in the balance, with the Supreme Court holding the power to upend the political landscape and redefine the rules of representation for a generation. Every conversation about drawing new maps, every debate in state houses, and every community's hope for fair representation now waits for this pivotal ruling, one that could reshape American democracy itself. The next redistricting battles are set to erupt in key states like Florida and Virginia. In Florida, Republicans aim to create up to 5 new GOP-leaning districts, but internal disagreements could stall their plans. Democrats are eyeing Virginia, where they control the legislature and could add as many as 4 Democratic-leaning seats. Illinois and Maryland, both Democratic strongholds, may see maps drawn to protect and expand Democratic seats. In Kansas and Kentucky, divided government could lead to gridlock or court-imposed maps. The outcomes in these battlegrounds could swing the national balance by several seats. As these states begin their map drawing, the political world is watching, knowing the results could decide control of Congress. The fight is far from over, and every new map could tip the scales. Special elections add another twist to the House's razor-thin majority. Two are coming up, one in Texas to replace the late Representative Sylvester Turner, and another in New Jersey after Mikey Sherrill's resignation. Both districts lean Democratic, but surprises are possible, and a GOP upset would send shockwaves. These elections are early tests of party strength and voter enthusiasm ahead of the midterms. Results will be closely watched for signs of shifting political winds, especially in key suburban battlegrounds. Special elections are political barometers, offering real-world feedback on each party's message and organization. Even as redistricting dominates the headlines, these races remind us that every seat and every vote matters. Redistricting isn't just political theater. It shapes the fairness of our elections and the health of our democracy. When maps are rigged, real competition disappears, and many voters feel their voices don't matter. Who draws the lines decides who makes the laws on everything from healthcare to climate change. A party can win control of Congress through map manipulation, even without a majority of votes. Fair maps mean more competitive races and more accountable representatives. Unfair maps breed cynicism, polarization, and lower turnout. The fight over redistricting is a fight for the value of your vote. The outcome will echo for a decade, shaping whether all Americans are truly heard in Congress.